The show with everything you could ever want to make and do right at your fingertips.
I'm Stephen.
I'm Fearne.
And now let's check out what's coming up on today's show.
Grab a camera, as in Techno fingertips, we show you how to make your own animation.
Revamp your boring old furniture with a little bit of fingertips know-how and make these nifty knobs.
And have fun playing ping-pong pan with a sizzling pan of bacon, eggs and a row of sausages. You'll be surprised how real it looks.
For all the details on the makes, you can replay this programme whenever you feel like it. Look at our website or grab a pen and paper and jot them down straight away.
Say cheese, that's it, work the camera, love the camera, gorgeous, gorgeous.
Now, you won't be surprised to hear that Fearne isn't actually taking photos of me. No, she's taking photos of this very cool dude, the fabulous fingertip Snappy Croc. What a grin. And this toothy chap will help you out with all your photo shoots, as it's a cool holder to store your camera.
Now, you may remember from before these stretchy jaws, a stretchy set of grinning teeth. And this series, we've really put that grin to good use on this fella.
And what about this? It's also a storage system to hide your extra camera films. And the fingertip Snappy Croc box started out as one of these. A pet food box, or any box with a long lid.
Now, these boxes are great because they already have a hingy lid on top and they're long and thin like the jaws of a Snappy Croc. Now, as you can see, I've already painted the inside of the croc's mouth, and now it's time to paint the outside of the box. Or you could cover it in card to give it a neater finish. And if that's what you want to do, then you need to follow these instructions. You need to make your box do a forward roll onto a piece of card. So wrap it up nice and tightly, like this, just gluing it down as you go along, and a bit more tape or glue at this end should keep it all in place, like that. Then, to cover the lid, you want to place this under some more green card with a ruler width border all the way around the outside. Now, once you've drawn in those lines, you'll get these two little squares which need to be cut out, so it makes it much easier to fold. So just a snip here and a snip here. And then if you just place your lid back into that square that you drew earlier, and then fold up all the sides like that. And then you may need to just trim your edges down just to meet the sides of your box, like that. Now, for the gums, you want to do exactly the same thing, but this time, give your sides a wobbly, uneven, gummy effect like that, and then stick it inside the croc's mouth.
And if you have gums, then you've got to have teeth. Just draw jagged teeth onto a strip of card the same length as the lid of your cardboard box, and then cut them out.
And there's one gummy croc for you, Steve.
OK, let's put the teeth in place. Let's start at the top, just here. They look very sharp, don't they? Just stick them around the lid of your box. And now, let's do the eyes. Now, the eyes couldn't be easier. All you do is get a couple of film canisters, and you can get these free in any camera shops, and just wrap green card around them both, and these go on the top of your box like that. And for the actual eyeballs, all you use are 2 polystyrene balls. And just add felt tip markings. Now, make sure you stick these on top of the canisters nice and firm, because don't forget, these are going to store your extra films. So just stick them on top like that. There we go. And there you have it.
Now, for your Snappy Croc's legs, you want to get 4 more film canisters and cover them in green card. And as you can see, we've filled them with a bit of sand to weight them down so they become a little bit more sturdy. Then pop these on top of some cardboard cut-out feet and put the lid back on. Then you can just place your Snappy Croc on top and glue him in place.
Then you can add your tail, which is just a triangle of card at the back, and on the front, look, we've added some nostrils and scales on the top just there. And in the croc's mouth is the surprise tonsils and tongue, the perfect place to store your snappy camera.
And look at this one here inside his mouth. We've even added some little bones in the bottom there. A Snappy Croc likes nothing better than to guard your holiday photos, so in they go.
Yeah, and if you've seen Fearne's holiday photos, you know they've got to be guarded.
Mulhern, you can't talk. I've seen your dodgy summer job photo.
That jacket.
This is Techno Fingertips, and today we have some ideas that should make you animated, literally.
Now, you may have tried this before, where you draw pictures on the corner of your exercise book or bits of paper to make an animation. Let's do this one again. It looks great, doesn't it?
That is very cool. But this is Techno Fingertips, the part of the programme where we show you how to put technology to creative use. So we thought it'd be more fun to make a flicker book using cameras rather than drawing.
So I made one of Fearne.
And I made one of Stephen.
I used a disposable camera.
And I've used a digital camera. If you get hold of a camera, you can try this too.
Now, work out your idea before you start, and whichever camera you use, make sure you keep it nice and steady. OK, Fearne, let's get going. Let's have both hands in the air, first of all. That's it, stay still, and you take your first photo. OK, now, keep the camera steady, Fearne. Put your right arm down a tiny bit. That's it, stop just there, and then you take another photo. And you keep going until your sequence is complete. Now, if you aren't going to use a disposable camera like I'm using, then you get your photos developed.
But if you're using a digital camera, you need to load them into your computer. And then you can organise them so you don't waste too much material, and then print them out and cut them up.
And when you've got all of your photos, you secure them in place with a board or clip. There we go.
Can't wait to see this.
Should we check it out?
Yeah.
You ready? Here we go, right? Let's see what it looks like. She comes on the screen, she does a spin round like a ballerina. Very nice. Let's have another look. Here we go. So she comes on the screen, she does a little twirl, legs nice and high. That looks cool.
All right, Stevie, let's have a look at your one. Here goes. He's got his top hat on. You're putting a chicken in the hat? That's very strange. That works very well, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? It looks cool.
And if you go onto our website and click on Techno Fingertips, you can print out our ideas, cut them up and play them.
So there you have it. Give it a go. Flicks at your fingertips. Magic.
Furniture. It is designed by grown-ups, usually bought by grown-ups, and is often very boring. But this is Little Fingertips, the part of the programme where we show you how to revamp stuff you'd find around your house. And today, we're turning these into these fantastic Fingertips Nifty knobs. You can really go to town and add your own personal touch. Check out this one, decorated with shiny sweet wrappers. And this one with painted shells. Or what about sticking on mini nuts and bolts? Or even creepy crawly plastic insects. And we had to do a Fingertips Nifty one. In fact, you can decorate them with whatever will stick in place, like sequins. And the first thing you need is a plain old drawer knob. Just unscrew it, but ask permission before you do this, and you won't believe how easy this is to do. The first thing is to cover it in PVA glue. You want to put quite a lot on, so just cover the whole top of your drawer knob, and then choose whatever you want to go on top of that. I'm going to use some creepy crawly plastic flies, so just put him on top there. And then you want some more PVA glue over the top of him, and you can put as many flies or whatever you're using on top. And this will dry clear, don't worry. So just spread it all over, covering the whole thing so he sticks nicely on there, like that. And don't get any glue on the inside of your drawer knob, otherwise it won't screw back onto your drawer. And then just leave to dry. Yep, that's dry. You can see all of that glue has dried clear and given it a nice shiny look. So now it's time to attach it back onto our drawer. So just screw it back into place. And how cool does that look? So go on, get creative with your cupboard, spruce up your room and create your very own fun Fingertips Nifty knobs.
Yep, this is the part of the programme where we show you how to make something in under a minute using bits and pieces you may find around your home.
Today it's my turn to make.
And it's my turn to time.
And this is all it takes, and you can make it too.
This is very, very weird. Now, as always, we're not going to tell you what it is. You're going to have to try and guess as we go along. But I think you're going to really like this. You ready?
It's good, yeah.
OK.
OK.
On your marks. Get set. Go!
OK, first piece of paper. Fold over like that.
Fold over like that.
Then get it again and fold it. And then you want to cut out this kind of shape.
And cut out this kind of shape.
Stephen, that's really annoying me.
Stephen, that's really annoying me.
Then get your little piece of card here, and you want to stick on your first arrow.
You want to stick on your first arrow?
Stephen, that is really annoying me now. Big time. Then get your next arrow and stick it on here like that.
Like that.
And stop the clock.
And stop the clock.
Stephen, shall I tell him what it is now?
Stephen, shall I tell him what it is now?
It's an anti-copycat device, and you can stop copying me now. Thank you. Now look at this. Arrow pointing down, arrow pointing up. Down, up, down, up. Stephen, see if you can copy that.
OK, look. Up, up,
up. Up, up. No. Watch, look. Down, up, up.
Here we go. Up.
Up.
She is clever, isn't she? Now, here's how you can do it yourself. Very good. Look, what you do is you get 2 arrows, and you have one facing north, and you have another one on the other side facing west. And then, when they're in position, you're ready to go. So when you show it to your friends, you'll be able to show that the arrows go up, down, down. But as long as your friends hold it by this corner and this corner, then the arrows will go down, down, down. Every time. Works itself.
It only takes a minute, so give it a go and see if you can beat the clock.
See if you can beat the clock. What can you do with these? Old foil dishes, a cardboard tube, garden cane, and a pair of Fearne's old tights. Ooh!
You sure they're my old tights?
Well, they're not mine. Yes, this is Fun Fingertips, the part of the programme where we show you something that's fun to make and fun to do.
And today we're going to show you how to turn this old junk into this Fun Fingertips ping pong pan. 2 bats of fried breakfast with sizzling sausages for a net.
Come on, Fearne, let's have a game.
OK.
Now, it's just like table tennis.
But it's a lot more fun to play.
And a lot more fun to look at, yes! Now, these frying pans, they are fantastic, aren't they? And they are so easy to make. Now, the first thing you want to do is get all your bits and pieces together and take your foil dishes and wash them out before you start. And on one of them, you want to just cut a ruler-width slot just on one side like that. Then take your garden cane and feed it through your cardboard tube, the sort of tube that foil is wrapped round. And to secure the garden cane in place, just get some sticky tape and place a bit there and another bit at the bottom just there. And to secure the cardboard tube in place, just wrap the flap around, just turn it upside down, a bit more sticky tape on the back, just there, and secure it in place just like that. Now, you may be thinking, how are you going to hide the garden cane? Well, this is cool. Have a look. All you do, get yourself some PVA glue and just whack loads of it on. And this is all going to be covered in a second, so don't worry about this. Just put loads on it like that. And then take your other foil tray and place this over the top. How cool is that?
And now it's time to make your fry-up. Just get some coloured card and cut out any shapes you want. You could have fried bread, you could have sausage, egg, bacon, tomato, whatever you like. And if you don't fancy making your own, you could just cut some out of magazines.
Then cover your pan handle with more tin foil, and then all the pan needs is the fry-up.
And you stick this in by getting a big old splodge of PVA glue. In the middle that goes, and you just want to cover the base of your pan like that, right the way around. And then start adding your brekkie. So put in the bread, and we've got the bacon there, the egg, tomato, and the sausage. And then you can add another layer of PVA glue after that. And this will just strengthen the base of your pan. And don't worry, because, of course, PVA glue does dry clear.
Now, to make your sausage net, take your old pair of tights. Use shorties on your tights, and also some cotton wool and some elastic bands. And you want to cut off the legs of the tights first. So let's cut that one off and cut this one off as well. Get rid of this bit, you don't need that. And you want to place one leg over your arm like a glove. Are you going to help me out,
I'll give you a hand, and these aren't my tights, by the way.
OK, all right. So just feed it over your arm, and then place this one into the other one. So just put that one over the top, Fearne. That's it.
There you go.
Fantastic. And now pull them both down your arm and place an elastic band around the end, like that. And then stuff some cotton wool into the tights. That's it.
And it goes. There we go.
And another elastic band around this. Now, this will give you the sausage shape. And you want to keep going until you have a string of sausages like that.
Now for your post for your sausage net, you need to get some polystyrene takeaway cups and fill them up with some sand to weigh them down and make them more sturdy. Then pop the lid back on top and get a plastic fork and just push that in there. Then you can attach your string of sizzling sausages. So if you help me out, Steve, one on either end, and you may also want one in the centre too, just to stop your sausages from sagging.
And for your balls, use ping pong balls and you can paint them an eggshell colour like we've done here. And if you want a really mad game of ping pong pan, how about buying some polystyrene eggs from your local craft shop? And these will just bounce all over the place. Fancy a game?
OK, I'll tell you what, Stephen, first one to a baker's dozen, that's 13 to you. And let's take alternate serves. Ready?
OK, here we go.
Hey.
So why don't you give it a go and make your very own ping pong pan?
Yep, it looks great and it's a great game to play with your 2 bats of fried breakfast and your sizzling sausage net. Hi, they're my sausages.
Hang on, they're my tights. Oi!
Well, that's it for today's show.
If you want to make anything from the programme, then why don't you check out the Fingertips website? The address is just there.
And we'll see you next time for some more
Fingertips!
See ya!
Bye!